Everybody's talking about the opportunity now of being a creator in 2024. So you've probably seen many of your favorite creators make tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars every month. And that's a lot of money for just being on camera, by just you being you. Now, maybe you've been peeking through the window all this time, thinking if you could do the same. Maybe you just want to make an extra $3,000 a month because the cost of living is just insane at the moment. Or maybe you're going through a rough patch in your life and you just want to turn your life around. I think today's the time. Being a creator is one of the biggest opportunities today in 2024. Just in North America alone, the creator economy is expected to increase from $24 to $142 billion by 2030, which is just 6 years away, which means that the amount of money being paid to creators is only rising. Now, the question is, how can I get a piece of that? And this is real, guys, because I've lived through this myself. My small YouTube channel was able to hit $10,000 a month just on the third month on YouTube, and the revenue has grown ever since. I'm not saying that to flex on anyone, but just to give you a point of reference. Now, if you look at the median income for doctors in developing countries, that's about $5,000 to $25,000 annually. And for a creator that makes $10,000 a month from their basement or garage, they're making more money than doctors or lawyers in their own country. And that's just mind-blowing to me. So today I want to share with you a couple of ways you can make your first $10,000, even if you're a small creator. But first, let me answer this question. What is the creator economy? It gets thrown out a lot. So for me, I think the creator economy is this new class of entrepreneurs, content creators, where they speak on a specific topic, share their knowledge, and monetize their content through ways like ads, sponsorships, memberships, and many more. Now, this is the total opposite of what they teach you in schools. So you work for someone on a 9 to 5 job, maybe 40 hours a week. That's great, but for most people, the amount of money you make is limited by the hours you work, and you're basically limited to one source of income, which is the salary you get from the company. But being a creator allows you to speak on something that you love. And just from the top of my head, I can easily think of 10 different income sources that you can generate, all from doing one thing, creating content. Now, the question that most people ask me is, how do I get views? How do I go viral? How do I get 100,000 subscribers? Look, most people want to get views because it's what the algorithm wants you to chase. And that's one big misconception out there. Oh, I gotta have 100,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers to make money. But the truth is, followers doesn't equal revenue. More views doesn't mean more money. Yes, you'll get famous, but it doesn't mean that you'll make any money. Now, not a lot of people know this, but I've seen a rising trend of creators that just have a small following, but they're making at least 5 figures a month. And I got a good example of this. So I have a student that I coach in my program. She has about 4,200 subscribers. But do you know how much revenue she generates? $35,000 a month. 4,200 subscribers, guys. And what does she do? She specializes in tax planning for business owners in Australia, specifically using like trust structures to save on taxes. So she sells a consulting program and a high-ticket item, teaching small business owners on how to save on their taxes. It's super niche and it doesn't get more specific than that. And I was just looking at her channel last week and she was getting just about 20 views on each of her videos and probably 5 likes, but she makes $35,000 a month. You don't need 100,000 views on your videos to make money. Now, she prefers to be anonymous because she has a very targeted audience and I don't want to mess that up. So this is a great example that if you have a die-hard audience, you don't have to be big to make money. So you can make a killing just by talking about what you're good at. Now, another example. So this is something that I can share with you called A Nurse in the Making. So she's got 178,000 subscribers. And you're probably thinking, that's a huge following. What are you talking about, Jason? Well, wait until I show you how much she makes. So I mentioned this channel before in a previous video, but if you look here, her channel is focused on helping nursing students with their studies. She's making videos to solve specific problems for a specific group of people. Now, if you check Social Blade here, she brings in 2.2 million views every month. Now, I have a couple of friends in the health medical niche, and from what I gathered online, the CPM is about $20 on average. So $20 per 1,000 views. So doing a quick math, that is about $44,000 just from AdSense. Now, before you get excited, because that sounds like a lot of money, but this is not even the crazy part, because this is actually just a small percentage of what she makes. Because on top of this, she makes almost $500,000 every month selling her own products. And I'm going to show you what that is later in the video. So you can see, guys, followers does not equal revenue. And this is not just my theory, guys, because I'm one of those examples myself. Because this YouTube channel that you're watching was able to generate $10,000 with just 3,200 subscribers. And obviously it has grown and is making a lot more than that since. Now, I'm just saying this to you to give you context. But how is this possible? Simply providing value to your audience and having the right monetization strategies in place before you start. Now, YouTube makes it pretty easy to monetize your audience. You can earn money with YouTube AdSense. Everybody knows that. And I call this a low-hanging fruit because you don't have to really do anything. You just simply need to show up in your videos and speak to your audience. You're not dealing with sponsors or anything like that. But what most people get wrong is they focus too much on AdSense and they make it their primary source of income. Now, if you're familiar, ad revenue depends on the number of views you get on your videos. And that is something you can't control. So you could be making $5,000 one month and $2,000 a month the next. And when you got bills to pay, you really don't want to depend on that. Now, there are so many ways you can generate income beyond AdSense. And these ideas will actually make you a lot more money. Now, I'm going to be sharing just 5 with you today. And let's start with the basic one, selling products. Now, this is pretty basic, right? You can see many creators selling digital products or physical products, but you probably haven't seen this one. The nurse in the making example I shared with you earlier, she actually drives traffic from her YouTube videos to her own products. Products to help nursing students study, digital study guides, physical study guides. And apparently she also has an Etsy store. Now this is good because we're able to see how much the store makes. Now we're going to use a tool called Everbee. Now for those of you who are new, this is a tool where you can check the revenue of a store, any store on Etsy. So if you go to the left, you can click on product analytics, click on auto listings. And once you sort everything by revenue here, you can see that this column is the monthly revenue on all her products. So apparently she has 40 products. And if you do a total of this column, that is easily $350,000 to $400,000 every month. And that is revenue, but it's just insane, by the way. Now, some of these products are physical and some are digital products. Like this one here is a digital product, making $19,000 every month. So you can imagine for this type of digital product, she's making 90% profit margin. Now you can do this analysis for yourself. So if you see a channel that sells products and they have a store on Etsy, you can basically use this tool to see how much they're making. Because for me, this is validation that there's demand for this type of products. And this is a good exercise to do before you jump into an idea. So if you guys want to try this for yourself, I've got a link for Everbee that gives you a free trial. And I think there's currently a buy one, get one deal if you use my link below. So if you see here, she's been on YouTube for just about 3 years now. And she's already making $400,000 a month. And that's only from her products. Now, if you think about this, she's making this much on Etsy. How much do you think she makes on her own website? Because she also drives traffic here. And we always talk about this other example, Thomas Frank, who creates tutorial videos on Notion. He makes $1 million every month selling his Notion templates on his own website. And I think he only had about 100,000 subscribers at that point. So definitely not a lot of subscribers for the massive revenue that he brings in. And as you can imagine with digital products, most of that is profit. Now, if you're selling products and services, you gotta have a website. Yes, you could create an Etsy store, but having your own website increases your brand perception and authority in the niche. Now, today you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to hire someone to design a website because you can now use Durable, sponsor of today's video. So with Durable's AI tool, you can create a website in just less than a minute. Because I was able to write a simple prompt, tell the AI the type of business that I'm in, and my website was ready in just a few seconds, complete with tons of suggested text and images. Now, there are many AI website builders out there, but what sets Durable apart is the ability to regenerate each individual section using AI. So for example, if I don't like a particular text here, I can just regenerate just that paragraph without having to recreate the entire website. And I think that's incredibly powerful. As you can see here, you can also include a pricing table if you want. Your entire website is 90% built for you. You don't need to know how to code or have any experience. They make it super easy so you can focus on running your business. And on top of that, they also have a CRM, and you can even manage your invoices on the platform. Now, you can try generating your website for free. And when you're ready, use the link in my description, because if you use my code Jason30, you'll get 30% off any of Durable's paid plans. Thanks Durable for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the second idea, paid communities. Now, I'm not talking about creating a Facebook group, but there's a new platform out there called Skool, where you can build a membership community on any niche that you can think of. And the reason why I like this one is because you can add an MRR to your income source. MRR stands for monthly recurring revenue. So if you're selling products, it's a one-off purchase and you have to acquire a new customer to make your next dollar. But with memberships, on the creator side, you just created a recurring revenue, which makes your income more predictable, month after month. And from the customer side, if you're selling a high ticket program, so instead of the customer paying you $1,000, with memberships, they probably pay $50 a month. So it makes the program more affordable, therefore reducing friction. So I think this could be a win-win for everyone. So the next question becomes, what do I talk about? Is anyone going to listen to me? But this is actually simpler than you think. So let me give you the most unlikely scenario. So check out this community on Skool on goat herding. I mean, she has 81 members paying $47 a month. So if you do the math, that's $3,800 every single month. Isn't that wild? Who would have thought that you can create a community on a very specific topic like goat herding? So what about this one? It's a Forex community created just for women, and they've got 2,800 members paying $35 a month. And if you do the math again, that is $98,000 every month. And if you think about it, they've excluded men from this group and they're still able to attract this many members. So I think that's crazy. And this other one, Max Person, who has about 56,000 subscribers on YouTube, but he makes $100,000 a month through his Skool community. He's got 790 members paying him $125 every month. And funny enough, he's teaching people how to grow their communities on Skool. So this is what's going on in 2024, and I think this trend is going to continue for the rest of the year. Number 3, brand sponsorships. So brand deals can be a big part of a creator's income. In fact, it's the biggest source of income for most creators. But if you think about it, this all makes sense. Because today, brands are moving away from traditional advertising like TV, magazines, and instead they're spending their ad budgets to creators because of the trust that creators have built with their audience. So unlike the old commercial days when brands spend $100,000 to make a commercial, you gotta hire a whole crew, rent a studio, their staging, wardrobe, and all of that money is gone. But when brands go to creators, they probably won't incur that high of a cost because you don't need a whole team to do it. In fact, how you create content is normally what they're expecting. Less production, more authenticity. Because as a creator, you probably already have all the gear. So you'll be just simply talking to the camera. They just want you to keep it raw and authentic in your own style. And sometimes just using your own iPhone. So the production cost is very low for you. And most of the time, you take home most of the fees in profit. Now, as a small creator myself, I've made more than $100,000 this year just from brand sponsors alone. So you don't need 100,000 subscribers to get sponsors. We're approached quite often to talk about, AI software, tools, plugins, things to make creators' lives easier. And I remember back then I started getting requests when I had about 4,000 subscribers. And this was just my 4th month on YouTube. Now, keep in mind that my results may not be typical, but this is what's possible. And to be honest, I've never done any outreach, just purely from brands contacting me. So depending on your channel's reach, you could potentially get thousands of dollars for every video that you create if you have the right messaging and the right audience. Number 4 is affiliate marketing. Now, I think many of you are already familiar with this, but I don't want to brush this off because this can be quite substantial if you do it right. Let me explain. For those of you who are new to this, so when you promote a product or a software for a certain brand, you can earn affiliate commissions for every customer that pays. Let me give you a small example. So let's say you have a car detailing channel and you promote products like a scratch remover for $15. So when one of your viewers click on your affiliate link, purchase that product, you probably make 4% on that sale on Amazon. But that's nothing, right? You have to sell 160 units to make even $100. So you need massive views on your videos to make something worthwhile. But let's say if you're talking about expensive camera gear, studio lighting that costs hundreds of dollars or even thousands of dollars. So let's say if you sell a $1,500 camera for 4% commissions, you make $60. So you can see the difference there. Now, if you promote software, typically you get 30-50% commissions every single month. Yes, software gives you recurring affiliate commissions. Now, let's take this to the next level. So let's say you are a photography channel. Maybe you just have a small audience, but you want to start earning affiliate income. Now, you can potentially go to a more established creator who sells a high-ticket program, maybe for $1,000. So the commission for these types of programs can be about 40-50%. So if you promote that product, somebody buys it, you make $400-$500 for every sale that you make. So you can see that if you do it right, this can be substantial and it's one of the most passive income streams for a creator. Number 5, digital courses. So if you create videos sharing your knowledge on a specific topic, or you have solutions to solve specific problems for your audience, this can be a massive source of income, even more than you can make from the other 4 sources that I've already mentioned. So to put it simply, a digital course is where you research, you share your experience, organize that information, edit everything and produce a volume of content that your audience can consume for $150, $200, or whatever the price may be. Now, here's how the math works. If you can convert just 10 people a month for a $200 course, that's already $2,000 a month. Now, the big mindset shift here that you gotta make is that you gotta be less of being behind the camera talent to in front of camera talent. That is the big shift because there's only one of you in the world. And when you're hiding behind a camera, you're holding back that value. Because there's a lot of people who can do editing, create AI videos, faceless videos, a lot of people that can do that. But there's only a few people that can be in front of camera, create a personal connection, and give value. Now, if you're already a creator and you're kind of stuck, I've been creating content for a couple of years now and I'm not going anywhere, my advice to you is get some help. I think you got to level up and get creative. Maybe reach out to another creator, make some connections and ask for feedback. Or you can reach out to someone and say, I love your content, been following you for a while. And is there something where we can make an arrangement where I study with you and pay you something in return? Do you have any kind of programs that I can enroll in? And, oftentimes creators are just happy to help other creators and just make a connection. So that's all I have for today, guys. Thanks again for watching. If you guys find some value in this video, the best way to support me is just to give this video a like and subscribe. And if you want to watch more videos, you can click here.